finals won. Quiet, 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 echoes deep. Quiet, 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 silence keeps. Quiet, 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 the air is tight. Quiet, 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 the silent fight. Quiet, 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 the rules are clear. Quiet, 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 the victor's here.
3 players remain.
This is your recap for episode 7. Pedro was taken out of the game. Then, Evan clutched up again and won the game. Sarah once again got her vote stolen by Will, and she was then taken out of the game. Then, Megan beat Will and Evan in the game. The group decided that they were going to send Evan home. And Will finally won his first individual game. They chose to send Caitlin home. We're down to our final 3.
If you're interested in playing in Season 2 of The Quiet Game, head to our Instagram bio or the description of the YouTube video down below and click the link to fill out the Google form to apply. Can you be the next Quiet Game champion? Who knows?
I can't believe I made the final 3. I gotta keep winning the games.
Final 3. I'm so close. It's so close, but now I have to win a game. My leg hurts. I feel my heartbeat in my leg. It is not good, folks. I'm not just playing it up. I'm in pain, and I have to win a game to get in the final. I don't know if I stand a chance at this point. I'm gonna try. Let's see what I got.
We are down to our final 3, and they will compete in a challenge called Word Whiz. The clock will be set for 5 minutes, and wooden letters are scattered around the property for the players to find. Once the timer starts, they will all race around the property collecting these wooden letters. Players will use any combination of letters to spell a 4-letter word. No more, no less. The player with the most 4-letter words spelled at the end of the timer will win the challenge and head to the final echo chamber. All right, we are down to the last 3. This challenge will determine who will go into the champion's echo chamber first. The winner will be there for sure. We have Megan, we have Leah, we have Will. On your marks, get set, go!
We stand tall in the glowing haze, eyes locked sharp through the puzzle maze. The tiles are scattered, chaos reigns. Who will rise? Who remains? Fingers twitch, hearts collide. The clock ticks, nowhere to hide. Spell it out, claim your crown. Word whiz, word whiz, don't you dare back down.
Just stop.
Letters fall like stars, the time is near. Only one will conquer
We have 1 word each so far. Leah and Megan are out there deciding which words they want to spell here.
Hands like fast, nerves ablaze. Words take shape in the fiery clay. Thought will scream, consonants bite. One wrong move, out goes the light. Word whiz, spell it out.
Keep going.
Claim the crown.
Leah did.
It's a decently close game. We're having to run back and forth. I'm hopping back and forth like I'm a broken horse. I think I got a chance. It's close.
The time. Looking at, we got Will with 2, Megan with 2, Leah with 3 words. Leah is on to the champion's echo chamber.
Final 2. I did it. I made it. Didn't think I would be here, but we're here. Final 2. I lost the game, fair and square to Leah. You did a really great job. I'm really banking on Will's hamstring being hurt and not being able to win this last game.
We lost to Leah. Now, Honestly, I thought it was gonna be me and Megan, final two. That's kind of what I was going for, actually. No offense to Leah, yeah, I was thinking it was gonna be me and Megan. But Leah won, she punched her ticket to the final. Hey, good for you. You know, you've earned it at this point. One game left. One game left. Let's see.
Will and Megan are gonna be heading to our last challenge to figure out the last person who will join Leah in the Champions Echo Chamber. Good luck. Our last two players will compete in the final shot. Balls of various types are hidden around the property, some regular, some gold, some silver, and each player will have a pole with a basket at the top. They will take their time to run around the property and collect one ball at a time to shoot into their bucket. The players with the most points in their bucket at the end of the timer will win.
Megan and Will facing off to see who is gonna face me. I really hope that it's Megan. This last game really isn't suited for me. I have a height disadvantage, but I know if I win it, I know I can beat Leah at the end.
I'm in pain, I'm limping around. However, I'm a lot taller than Megan. And even on one leg and a bum leg, I think I got this.
All right, our final challenge, Will versus Megan. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Sweat drips slow on the hardwood floor. Eyes locked tight like never before.
Will's off to a hot start.
The clock ticks loud, a deafening roar. One more chance to define
30 seconds gone.
who's leaders crossing the line. The final shot, the world stands still. Will you rise or break?
45 seconds gone.
The crowd holds breath, the lights ignite.
All I've been doing so far, I'm looking for the golden balls. I think I've got like 3. I look over, I don't think Megan's got 1. I'm gonna slow down a little bit, because I think I've won.
This is your moment, take the fight.
20 seconds left.
Handshake nerves burn like fire.
Bones are tired.
Climbs, the stakes go higher.
10 seconds.
Dreams collide on a fragile wire.
3, 2, 1. Time is up. All right, let's check it out. (13-2). Will be heading on to the Champions Echo Chamber to fight for the win.
I won. I made it. Started with 20 people. Now it's down to 2. Me and Leah. Leah, you're a great person. I'm coming for you though.
I'm really bummed I lost that game. You know, I didn't really have a chance next to Will and with the height disadvantage. But you know, I think I did everything I possibly could have for the game, and it is what it is, and you know, all the best to Will and Leah.
2 players remain.
Echo.
All right, we are here in the Champions Echo Chamber. And we have Will right here on my left and Leah on my right, our 2 Quiet Game champions for now. But they will be pitching to you the reasons why they should be crowned the champion of the Quiet Game. They'll each have about 2 minutes to tell you why they should win, and then we can vote.
I think I played a great game. Full transparency, I wouldn't be here without Leah and without Megan. And honestly, we wouldn't be here without Jess either. Very, very early on, we made a Final Four pact. It's funny because like we said Final Four unsaid, and then we were able to have a token and come over here and talk through a strategy about that. Once the vote kind of came down before we did the tribe mix-up, or the group mix-up teams, it came down to me either siding with the guys and voting a girl out, or siding with the girls and voting Trey out. I thought the girls here, I think will be much more loyal and actually stick to the pact. So I went that direction. It worked out really well. Right after the converge, the four of us were able to come over here. Even though Leah was on a different team, we wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page, talk through a strategy of, okay, if you go. For the three of us, four of us before we split, it was easy pickings because nobody else was really making alliances. Once we split, for the three of us, we kind of did a little bit of like build trust with other people. I built trust with y'all pretty quick. Once you showed me the like, I have a friend that I can save, then I'm like, okay, we have to blindside Pedro. Like Evan can't know. So we set it up to like really, for the vote to seem like it was Sarah. And then that's why I even stole Sarah's vote, is so that y'all would feel even more comfortable. So you didn't play it and you weren't like something's up. Another thing is I had the safety from the vote. I never had to play it. Every vote I was on the right side of the numbers. Again, from building trust with y'all to then, okay, how do we get rid of people? And then along the way, I didn't want to be the most like pushing for something, because it seemed like Austin did do that. And so I was like, whenever I suggest a name, it needs to be a question mark. And I have to make a notion of like, but what do you think? I think maybe this kind of thing. It's like,
Pretty much what Will said, just the alliance thing with Megan, Will, Jess. But then halfway through the game, I got a letter from Sarah, and it had a whole list of who to vote out. And when it got to the one team saying another and that one another, well, I just couldn't let anyone down, so I voted someone completely different. Sorry, Caitlin, I voted you. No one else did, so there you go. But anyway, honestly, I didn't think I'd make it this far. I was like, nah, no way. I can't do this. But it's fun. I mean, I truly do love playing with the team, and I know I maybe said that at one point. And so to do it as a team, whether we had an alliance, whether we voted each other out, I mean, in the end, it was fun, and it's a great opportunity. And so to be sitting at this table with Will, too, and just sharing my point, I mean, I honestly couldn't tell you why I should win. I feel like we should just split the money and go home happy. But yeah, it's been great, and I really lost my train of thought. But the alliance obviously worked out, but when it didn't, I just chose nobody. Yeah, I think I trust people very easily, and so in that, if you were to tell me two things, or there was a vote for somebody, I was like, I can't do that. I just voted for someone who wasn't talked about, so everyone could still be in the game. Yeah, conflict's on my thing, so I just want everyone to be happy. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna make it to 2 minutes, but I'm just glad to be here, and I feel like I already won, so by sitting here, not.
All right. So now it will be up to you 7 to vote. But first, does anybody have any questions for our 2 champions? Yeah.
Obviously, I think I started out with y'all on the white team, and then we split up into different teams. But anyways, it's kind of like a 2-parter. Having y'all had a Final Four in y'all's head from the very beginning. We won and we kind of lost, so 1 in a row. So my first part of the question is like, what was kind of going through your head? Were you kind of like, I don't know if I can keep this alliance, I might have to look different ways. And then the second part is whenever we split again into 2 different teams, like how were y'all able to kind of like continue that alliance?
Can I make a comment? I will say, we didn't know from the very beginning that
the four of us were gonna make the alliance. It was actually
Yeah, I could be wrong. You tell me. I believe it was the Trey vote that really kind of solidified. Once Trey was voted out, we kind of looked at each other and we were like, we were the four that voted for Trey.
Yeah.
Okay, let's like stick together and do this. Once the teams mixed up, honestly, she had a harder time at it
Because she's the only one.
because we had us three, so we could do a little bit of like we knew three people were on the same page. And then at that point, we just needed to get like two more, but the trust kind of built pretty quick, especially when we did win, and then we were able to talk in there. But once the teams changed, she had a harder time because she was by herself over there.
yeah.
Would you guys say that, like, how honest did you play your game? How, like, moral were you? How moral did you want to be coming into it? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I can be a competitive person, and so with that, there's that drive to win. But playing with literally everybody that I know and love, I was like, nope. I think I struggled with I truly, genuinely just wanted to like not someone to get mad at me. I was like, no, you can't know who I'm voting for. That's why I asked in the first round if it was anonymous, because I didn't want anyone to know. And so I think the people pleaser in me is like, everyone just be happy. So I think like, there's some parts though that I would probably, at the water bucket, I was ready to push somebody to the ground. I was like, get out of my way. I did end up on the ground most of the time, but that's okay. I was like, there are some things where I was like, I will push you out of the way, or push you in the pool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that, but if you were like, if Evan was next to me on that little sponge game, I might have just, I'm just kidding.
For me, I had to lie to Pedro, and I had to make sure that he felt comfortable. So he kind of notioned to me like, hey, the vote is, I believe it was Sarah at that time, and I couldn't be like, oh no. I was like, let's go talk, and like mouthed and did the, an S, and so I definitely lied there, 100%. But especially once I got hurt, I was like, I would have stuck to our thing regardless, even if I wasn't hurt. But once I got hurt, I was like, as quickly as we can, we have to get out the competition beast. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to sit here.
Would you change anything that you did to get to this point, or no?
I'm glad I told nobody about this. I was very glad about that because I thought that would make me. It'd be like, oh, we have to flush it. We have to vote for him now, and then we don't have to. Like he's, whatever. I would maybe. I don't know, because building trust with you, let me see your friend vote. So I wouldn't have said we have to get. If I hadn't seen that, I would have included you in the vote. Not Padre. Pedro. Thank you. Sorry, my mind was stuck on like South Padre Island. I would have included you, which then would have come back and backfired. So had you not trusted me, I might not be here because I would have to blindside him. Because I think y'all were pretty tight.
Chase, one last question.
For Will, was there a part of you that considered, I guess, double backing on your original alliance and continuing it with me, you, and Evan? Because I feel like we had a pretty great thing going, like all the way from the moment we had team, like we clicked, and I thought we were going all the way. Like I thought it was going to be us I thought our team one was going to be top 5. So
if it was the three of us, I wouldn't have won one of those games. I wouldn't have won the Scrabble game. I wouldn't have won the ball game. Y'all would have beaten me with that. Even if I wasn't hurt at that point, no, I would have stuck to the three of us. And if Jess was here, we the four of us, I think, would have stuck together.
All right. It is time for the final vote. Now, typically, you'd write the person who you want to vote out of the quiet game, but this time you will write the name of the person you want to win the quiet game. So the name on your tile is the person you want to win the game and take home the grand prize. So think for a second and write those names.
I think I played a better game. I do. I think that. Leah did not talk about herself great. I think she played some really good moves. I think she did great navigating the game. I don't think she said it very well. Still though, I don't know. I stabbed 4 of the people on the jury in the back. They did not look happy on the way out. 4 votes is what it takes to win. I don't know.
Okay, final 2, me and Will. I think it's gonna be great. I think this whole process, Will made some enemies, and I feel pretty confident that I was loyal enough for people to still vote for me rather than Will.
All right, the votes are in. You guys have all cast your vote for who you think should win. The quiet game. Here we go. Will. Leah.
Please be me, please be me, please be me.
Will. Will. And the winner of the quiet game is Will Perry. Good job, dude. Will, pick up that mic.
Will won. Well deserved. Congratulations, Will. You played an awesome game. You were injured and you still got first. Like, how awesome is that? Maybe a little disappointed. I feel like I could have fought a little harder on my end in the last promotion, whatever. But who knows? Maybe we'll come back in a few seasons and we'll see what happens.
How do you feel, Will, after winning?
Elated, lightheaded actually. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh my God! Ow! I'm so old. Okay.
Well, everyone, thank you for watching.
I was honest with you.
Congrats to Will Perry for winning the quiet game, being the champion. Thank you for watching again. Thank you to all of our contestants, everybody who helped. We did such a great job, everybody.
I did it! I'm so happy. I did not come to have fun. I came to win, and it worked. It worked. My strategy worked. I feel like I worked so hard for this. One of the funnest days of my life. This is such a fun season. I did it! Yeah!
Don't forget to check back next week for our reunion show where everybody will be back to talk about the game. You don't want to miss it. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I have loved the quiet games. Least I've ever talked in a full day, probably in my life. So much fun to get to strategize the whole day without talking. What a twist to not be able to talk and then have these tiny little bits of talking. Man, cannot wait for season 2.
Thanks for watching this episode of The Quiet Game. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with a friend.
Quiet, 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 echoes deep. Quiet, 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 silence keeps. Quiet, 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 the air is tight. Quiet, 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 the sun and fight.